Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if it is your first time. Hi, I'm Shelby. It's very nice to make your acquaintance. Today, I sort of came up with my own challenge. I haven't seen it, I haven't really dug around, so if I find somebody doing this challenge video, I will link it below, but as far as I know, I came up with this myself. But today I wanted to challenge myself, and sometimes I feel like here on my channel it can get very repetitive, and so I wanted to do the opposite challenge. So for example, if I do a lot of warm eye looks on my eyes, then I'm going to be doing cooler eye look on my eye. If I like really glowy skin, I'm going to make it a little bit more matte. Just that sort of thing. So if you would like to see this opposite day challenge, and then just go ahead and keep on watching. Okay, so normally in my routine, I always do my face first. So today, I'm going to be doing my eyes first. I'm not going to do everything like totally out of sync. I'm going to be doing a very intense eye look today, and so I'm going to start with the eyes. So I also never do tape because I don't like the very sharp line, but I know that Casey Holmes here on YouTube always does the tape, and so that's what I'm going to be doing today for this opposite makeup challenge. Ugh, this feels so weird. Like, ugh. Ow! Alright, got my tape on, and I don't normally do, like I mentioned, cool tone looks. I don't do really, really intense smoky eyes because I always feel like my eyes can't handle like a ton of really dark shadows. But today I'm going to be trying it because it is opposite day, so I'm going to try and make this work. I'm going to be using this Anastasia Prism palette. I don't think you can buy it anymore. I'm sure you can buy it secondhand. A lot of people didn't like this palette. I personally love the layout. I think it's so pretty. I think I kind of want to use some of these like navy shades, like this color Dimension. I think would be really pretty on the eye. Base is down, and I think instead of putting, actually, should I put a cream shade down? I think I'm just gonna go straight into the crease. No. Hold on. Hold the phone. I actually have this Nude Sticks Magnetic Matte Eye Color. This is in the shade Night. It is just a black shade. And I'm just gonna go for it. I'm just gonna go in. I'm gonna put a black base because I've seen a lot of YouTubers who will typically do like a darker eye look. Oh my gosh, this looks insane. Then they will blend it out. And this way it's kind of giving you a dark base, so you can put shadows over it and they'll really pop. Don't judge until it's done, because there's always a time period where you're like, holy cow, is this going to come together? I don't know how I'm going to make this work. And then it always ends up working. So do I look like I got punched in the eye? Yes, but will it in the end? Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so now that I have that done, I think I'm going to go into this shade Osiris. It's like a navy shade. And I think I'm going to take a flat packer brush like this, and I'm going to pack that shade all over the lid. Ooh, this has like nice purple-y sparkles in it. If you ever have like a really glittery shade that has a lot of fallout, I just recommend like you load up your brush and just pack the product over the area you want it. So far I'm liking that. I'm just going to use the same packer brush. I'm going to go in with the shade Dimension. This is really going to lighten up the look. And I'm just going to get that on my brush. And I'm going to pop that into the center of my lid. This is kind of like a faux halo eye. We're kind of doing it backwards. We're putting all the darker stuff on first, and then we're packing over it in the center. You could ideally cut this out with concealer to make it even brighter, but I think I'm just going to be doing the old-fashioned way and just simply patting over the center. Next, with my little finger, I'm just going to go in with the shade Lucid. It's this sort of gold shimmery shade, and I'm literally going to pop this over that center part to just brighten it up even more. I'm not going to bring this all the way up. I'm going to try to keep this at the base of the eye. I'm just going to dip into this black shade with a little fluffy brush, and I'm just going to take the tiniest bit on my brush, and I'm just going to blend out the crease. This will kind of diffuse the edges and make everything melt together. So that the eye is looking like so far. Oh my gosh. See, this is why I never use tape, because like I just don't like a super sharp look. But that's the look we're going for today because it is opposite day, like I mentioned. I'm going to scoot in so you guys can see. But this is what the eye is looking like so far. So I'm going to do the same thing on this eye, and then I will be right back. Okay, so I have finished the eye makeup, and I think I want to do some winged liner. Actually, no. I normally do a little baby wing, but I normally use brown eyeliner because I don't like using black eyeliner, because I feel like, again, I'm so fair and so pale that I think brown looks softer, and I think it enhances my blue eyes. So because I typically do brown liner, today we're going to be doing a black liner. And like I said, because I normally do a baby wing, today I'm just going to be lining the tops. But we already kind of have this cat eye effect with the shadow, so let's see how it works with just lining with some black, just a little bit. This is the Stila eyeliner. This stuff like never runs out. It's great. Eyeliner is done, and I actually think it looks really good with this eye look. I feel like the eye look is so dark that the brown liner, you like wouldn't even be able to see it. So I feel like the black eyeliner is necessary. Maybe that's my whole problem, is I just don't do really dark enough looks to ever require a black liner, but that is just me. Next, I'm going to go on to the face, and like I said, I like really glowy skin, and my skin has been looking really good recently. I feel like I've finally gotten a skincare routine where everything's just like under control and just like looks awesome. I just have a little bit of scarring over here, but because I do like that glowy and like more minimal foundation look, I'm going to be doing full coverage today, and I'm going to be doing this matte and poreless normal to oily foundation. I am dry, so I don't mind a matte foundation look. I just feel like the life is like sucked out of my skin once I use a matte foundation. I'm just gonna put a little bit, by a little bit I mean a lot of it, on my Beauty Blender, and this is a little light because I am freshly self-tanned, but I don't have anything darker with me at the moment. So we have foundation on. It has, yep, it is pretty much set into the skin. I think my skin actually looks pretty good. This foundation is awesome. If you haven't tried it, it's the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Foundation. And honestly, my favorite foundations are drugstore, y'all. Next, I'm going to be doing concealer, and now this may be an unpopular opinion, but this stuff looks like crap on me, at least under my eyes. Because this is a matte, very full coverage concealer, it really accentuates the lines underneath my eyes. My eyes and my face are already dry enough. I don't need something to remind me how dry my skin is. I feel like a ton of people really love this concealer because it is really full coverage. I'm also going to do very full coverage concealer because I've started doing less and less concealer because of how badly my under eyes crease. I'm going to do the whole like highlighting like my nose thing. Oh my gosh, this is so much, like, this is insane. People love this concealer, and to me it's like It got so much unnecessary hype. Like, I love the coverage, don't get me wrong, but like, the people on YouTube who are using Shape Tape have fillers under their eyes, and so they don't see the lines that it creates. All right, next step, we're gonna bake. I stopped baking because it made my under eyes so painfully dry that they burned whenever I put moisturizer underneath that area. I am going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me powder. This is the only powder I feel like that really does work under my eyes and doesn't make them look so terrible, because at the end of the day, I want this makeup look to look good. Like, I don't want it to look like crap. So now that I have baked, I'm going to let that sit, and I'm going to move on to bronzer. Now, I don't really do anything too crazy with bronzer. I feel like I've tried a little bit of everything. So I'm just going to go in with this Chanel Soleil de Tan. This stuff is so expensive, but oh my gosh, it's the coolest thing. First of all, it smells great. Second of all, it's like, it's a cream, so it doesn't dry your skin out. But when you put it on a brush and you just put it on the skin, like, it feels like a powder. Like, it's super interesting. I don't really chisel my cheekbones much anymore. I feel like sometimes it can look really muddy on people, and sometimes it can just like too much. I think there are ways that you can contour very nicely and get like a really diffused look. But that already kind of gave me some shape and some shadows. But we're going to take it a step further, and we're going to contour. Next, I'm going to be using this Dior Backstage Contour Palette. Now, all these things that I have mentioned kind of recently in the bronzer world are absolutely not necessary. The drugstore has some great bronzers. The Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer is one of my all-time favorite bronzers, and it's from the drugstore, so don't feel like you need to go out and like buy these things. Like, not at all. I was just curious and wanted to try it out. So I'm going to go into this cooler tone shade. I like contouring with a brush like this because I can lay it on its side and really chisel. So here we go. Let's really just contour. See, sometimes I just feel like that's just too much. Like, you don't want your cheeks to look muddy. You want your contour to look natural. Now, we're going to contour the nose. I really never contour my nose because I just think it's so extra. Like, I like my nose. I don't think I need to slim it down anymore. I don't want like a Michael Jackson nose. But we're going to do it because it's opposite day. So we'll see how this goes. That's what I have so far. I don't know. I'm going to try and blend it out. Now I'm going to go back in with this powder. And I'm going to clean up the contour, which I think is necessary if you're really going to contour a lot. So all I'm doing is like, okay, we've done this. I feel like it's been baking long enough, but I feel like people let it bake even longer. I don't know. I'm going to do my brows off camera because there is nothing that I really do or that I haven't tried that I don't like on my brows. Alright, so brows are on. I feel a little more human. I feel like when you have a really intense eye look, you gotta do the brows. Brows have to be on fleek, as the cool kids. Actually, does anyone say that anymore? I feel like I haven't heard that saying forever. Because I feel like this has been baking for an eternity, I'm going to simply dust off the excess bake. Okay, so I feel like it looks decent enough. I do feel like it looks a little dry, but I'll try and spritz it down with setting spray to kind of melt everything together, make it look good. What I'm gonna do next is I'm going to smoke out the under eye, because I feel like with an eye look this dark, you gotta have a little bit on the bottom. So I'm going to take a little smaller brush. This is just by Real Techniques. I don't know the name of it because it has come off. But I'm going to go back into the palette, and I'm going to go in with that deeper shade that we first went in with, the Osiris shade. It's just kind of like that deeper navy shade. And I'm going to run this underneath the eye. Like that is nice and smoky, but I feel like the actual waterline needs to be dark. I'm going to go in with a black eyeliner pincer, and I'm going to put this in the waterline. I think I'm going to go a step further. I'm going to take a little eyeliner brush. This one is by Smith. I'm going to dip it into the black powder, and I'm going to press that on in between my little lash hairs to just really make that whole area nice and smoky. I'm going to go back into this lucid shade, this gold shade. I'm going to put that on my finger, and I'm just going to pop that into the inner corner just so we can bring a little bit of light in that inner corner. When it comes to blush, I personally like to use really pink blushes, more like nudie blushes. I am not the biggest fan of coral blushes, so I recently picked this up. This is the Tartelette. I don't know, it's like their blush book, and everybody's always talked about how great this deal is, and I've just never liked the big round packaging. Like, how can you travel with that? And because I do makeup on people and I am in the makeup industry, I like to have a lot of blushes, but I bring them individually, and so I picked this up because I thought, you know, you got blush, bronzer, and highlight all in this little guy in a palette form, which I really appreciate. Good job, Tarte. We're going to try this out. I feel like the coral could be really cool with this eye look, something nude, since the eye look is crazy, so I feel like it will go together. I just normally like to go for pinkier blushes. Normally, I would take the blush up on the forehead, down on the chin, and a little on the nose. But this is opposite day, like I said, so we're not going to be doing that. So I actually grabbed my Flower Beauty, their highlighting palette, which I honestly love. If you like a really more sort of metallic-y, not glittery highlight that's intense, this is amazing, and it's from the drugstore. I think it looks great on everyone. Normally I would go for like more of a very champagne-y type of highlight, or one that was a little bit pinkier. I normally don't go for gold because, again, I feel like it washes me out, so we're gonna dip into the gold. I haven't used this gold yet on my face, so we're gonna see how this looks with the whole look, and I'm just going to really buff that into my skin. I actually feel like this isn't too gold. Like, I feel like it's a little more neutrally gold. This is the look that we have going so far, and I'm actually impressed. I actually like this. But next, we're gonna do lashes. Now, me and lashes, I've wanted to like them, but I feel like it makes me look crazy. I wore them to a wedding one time, and it's just like a lot because I have little eyes and a little face, and when you stick on a lash that's like huge and in charge, it just I don't know, I don't really care for lashes. Okay. Oh my. Lashes are on. I don't know, you guys, I don't know. I feel like if I had on some like individuals or some half lashes, I personally think I would look better. Next, I kind of thought about this. I don't normally wear matte liquid lipsticks anymore on my lips. They dry out my lips a lot, but I also don't really wear any dark lip shades. But the issue with this eye look is the eye look is very, very dark, and I always say you're gonna look crazy, you're gonna look like the Joker if you have on dark eyes and dark lips, and so I kind of decided to make a happy medium. So maybe it's a little cheating, but I really want to make this look good and not look like a crazy person. So I'm going to be using the Kylie Cosmetics Velvet Liquid Lipstick. So this does dry down a little bit. This shade in particular is more matte than the other velvets, but it will dry down a little bit, but it's not going to be so uncomfortable and look gross and like cracky. but it is a darker shade, but I think it will go with this eye look. It's not going to be anything like a red lip. Maybe I could do that for another opposite day video where I do like really intense lip look. I'm going to just put this, like I can already see like cracking in my skin from where I baked. So now I'm going to spray it down with this hydrating dewy setting spray. I know it says dewy. I know I'm not trying to be dewy, but this bake is just a lot. And I want it all to look decent. Okay, you guys, so this is the final look. Do you think I should have gone with a nude lip? I feel like the nude lip would have honestly looked better. I feel like I look a little drag queenish, and I don't mean to take that in like the wrong way or sound rude or anything. I just mean like it's a lot of makeup for me to wear on an average day-to-day basis. I don't know. I think the eyes are really cool. I would have not done the lashes. I would have done like a half lash or something, and I would have done really like nude lip. I think it would have been really sexy and really fun for a night out. I feel like this darker lip is a little much, but yeah, I do like the lip shade. I feel like this lip would be really pretty with a very neutrally, more of like a daytime eye look. How do you guys think I did? Give me a thumbs up if you think I did good. If you like this look, maybe give it a thumbs up if you didn't like this look too. I would love to see you guys recreate your opposite day makeup look, what you would do. I think it'd be really interesting to see different people who do their normal everyday, you know, looks on themselves, to try out something new and something fun. I think it would be really fun, and definitely let me know below if you do end up doing this, because again, I would love to see your guys' videos. If you guys haven't already and you would love to be a part of my family, go ahead and hit that little subscribe button down below to become a member of our small but growing family. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Ooh. You're too far away.